Yeah.
Do you understand? So if
Yeah.
there is only that, then that must be this. There can't be this and that.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sit with that for a second. Just sit with that for a second.
And it's still gonna be it, whether or not whatever or not like what I think or not, or whatever's happening, it's still gonna be it. It's all.
Yeah, you could say this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same movie screen. Yeah. The same piece of paper. That's yeah.
See, understand this, yeah?
Yep.
If non-duality is true,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, then non-duality must be responsible for all. It must be the source of all. Therefore, anything is going to be that.
Like the contents of a dream are still you.
Well, let's see, that or this
Mm-hmm.
is this.
Yeah. Is it can I still say and that's all it ever will be?
You could
Because
add
it's
that.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
could add that to it if you want, but
Yeah.
the point is everything is that,
No matter what happens.
no matter
Yeah.
what,
No
no
matter
matter
what.
what, no matter what. Everything is that. Why? Because there is only that.
And even if somehow non-duality got like was made illegal, thrown it, throw it all at a fucking wall, it's still going to be that
Correct.
because that's what it's decided it is.
Correct. That's just
Yeah,
that. That's just what that. See, there's no see. See, non-dual. There's no division in it.
yeah, yeah,
Non-dual. Non-dual doesn't consist of parts.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. See, when we go, when we're in that conscious of place. Okay.
yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Try and imagine a white piece of paper,
Mhm.
a blank piece of paper, no lines on it, just a pure white piece of paper. You know? And the conscious of, now I want you to imagine that piece of paper with dots all over it.
Yep,
And the dots are going to represent things.
yep,
Okay. This paper's got dots all over it. Dots, 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 dots. Right? Okay.
yep,
Okay. Now, in the conscious of state, yeah, it seems like there are things everywhere.
yep, yep,
Okay.
yep.
Whereas in actual fact, the
Still
non
paper.
the non-dual is just the white blank piece of paper.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
The
yeah.
things, the things arise as a result of duality.
The paper.
The things on the paper,
Yeah,
the dots on the paper,
yeah.
arise as a result of duality. Now, what's duality? The thinking
Two.
mind, thinking thoughts, mind,
Yeah,
thoughts. The instrument that creates
yeah,
the duality is
yeah.
mind, thoughts. Because if that collapses, zero thoughts, there's no here, there, this, that, up, down, me, you, he, nothing. Do you
Yeah,
understand? Good,
yeah,
good. So, what gives rise to the seeming dots on the paper is
mm,
mind, is
yeah,
simply mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And those dots won't be there without the paper.
Or the
Like,
mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. It's
So let's just, okay. So in the absence of mind, there's no parts. There's no separation.
Yep.
There's no here, there, this, that, me, you. Right? In the absence of mind. Yeah. None of that's happening. There's just this. And just this doesn't actually have parts. It's one without a second or a third or a fourth or a fifth. It's simply one. So now we go back to just the white blank piece of paper. Boom. No dots. No dots. And that white blank piece of paper now doesn't consist of parts, does it?
No.
It's just a white blank piece of paper. Good. Now here's my question to you, if you've got that far, right? That white blank piece of paper, what could it know or experience?
Nothing. Yeah. It's not until, something's on it. Duality. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So for that white blank piece of paper to have an apparent experience,
it needs
what must it create?
duality. Something.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So the duality comes from the one. But what's important there is to understand that the duality that comes from the one is only mind, thoughts, the sixth sense that creates the then seeming duality. Now, the one, right? This is important. Now, the one can now have an experience. The one has been having an experience of Kirk right up till now.
Yeah.
The one.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. Thank you for bringing that up. I was literally, I don't know why I forgot that. I was going to say earlier, it's literally as if, I don't believe in simulation theory, but I'm going to use it as an example. It's as if some higher being has decided to put on some VR goggles and see through my eyes right now with the false memories attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it felt like about a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. You could say that.
Yeah.
You could say that. Yeah.
But by the time I'm saying this now, it's already taken off the VR headset and gone somewhere else. Gone to another experience.
Now, given that concept that I just described here, the white paper, dots, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Now, equate that understanding, to what I've just been talking about when I say you can't have duality without non-duality, and you can't have non-duality without duality.
Yeah.
Think of this. Just for the non-dual to come to know itself, what must it do?
Experience. Needs to.
Remember, if it's just the one piece of blank paper, what could it possibly experience? Understanding that one piece of blank paper doesn't consist of parts. So for that one piece of blank paper to come to know itself, what must it do?
Create.
Good. What?
Duality.
Hello. Now, just sit there. Just sit there. It must do that.
And we've gotten so immersed in the drawing, we forgot about the paper.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So the one, which leads us back to what I said earlier, the one is responsible for all. The one is the Kirk. The one is the Terrence. The one is, look, the cup.
Yeah.
The one is the sky. The one is the ground, the trees, the insects. That it's all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Now,
we can experience it because this awareness or consciousness, whatever you want to call it, this sense of existing isn't mine. It's not yours, but it is
just
that.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
You
now,
just
now,
want something else. Yeah.
now, yeah. Even for the non-dual to come to recognize itself, it still must go through the process of duality.
Fuck. Nah. Yeah.
It's like this, okay? It's like this. For the non-dual to have an experience of an apparent Kirk, it must therefore forget it's the non-dual. Or let's put it this way, for the one to have an experience of an apparent Kirk,
Yeah.
it must therefore forget that it's the one. It couldn't have an experience of a Kirk if it was just remained whole and one with no dots. So for it to have an experience of Kirk, it must therefore forget it's the one. Then what happens? Now, what's happening now? The one is remembering itself, using the facility of duality to come to understand what it created, i.e., the Kirk, is not what it actually is. And it can only do that using the instrument that it created in the first place to create two, which is duality. That's why I say to people all the time, don't sit here with me and try and work out what non-dual is. That's not what this exercise is about. This whole exercise is about coming to recognize what duality is. It's duality that's responsible for the seeming me and you and this and that and me and my feelings. There's two, me and my feelings, two.
And it wants to live. It wants to, like, don't fight it. Just let it
Of
live.
course. Yeah, yeah.
Let it live. Yeah, let it experience.
That
Don't
first
fight it.
pulse, that first pulse, that first burst into existence of two, yeah, is based on the primary love, which is the love to be. Now, let's go back to the white blank piece of paper. Yeah? One. What could it know?
Nothing.
Because it's one.
Yeah.
There's not a part of that one to be known,
Yeah.
right? It's all one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Could that one experience being?
No, because
the question would arise. The question would arise: being what?
Yeah, it's kind of being both, but also not being any of them. It's just, yeah.
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 So